Hi guys, about a month ago I did the unboxing video for the Nvidia Shield Tablet, and today I'm going to do a review for it. If you'd like to see the original unboxing video, I'll put a link in the description. So jumping right into the hardware, I have to say that I was pleasantly surprised with the quality of the construction. The tablet has a nice soft touch metal back with the Shield logo, and overall it feels really nice in the hand. It's an 8-inch screen, so it's a little bit bigger than the Nexus 7, but at least for me I can still hold it pretty comfortably in one hand, and it's got good heft to it. It feels really solidly built. The Shield comes with two 5-megapixel cameras on the back and on the front, and on the front there are also two stereo speakers. And I think that's a great way to do speakers on a tablet, because I find that on tablets that have the speakers on the sides or on the back, holding them gets in the way of the sound. At least that was my experience with the Nexus 7 and the iPad. As for the cameras themselves, they're nothing special technically, but of course this is the only tablet with a 5-megapixel front-facing camera. So this is really nice for users who stream games on Twitch, and obviously it's great for video calls as well, as you'll get a higher quality video from the front-facing camera. As for the back camera, I'm really of the opinion that nobody should be using their tablets to take pictures and video either, so it's not really something I worry too much about. Moving on to the screen, as I mentioned before, this is an 8-inch screen with 1920 by 1200 resolution, and it's an IPS panel. So viewing angles are excellent, and it's very bright, so short of direct sunlight, you shouldn't have any problems reading it outside. Now technically this isn't the highest resolution screen on the market, but keep in mind that this is aimed primarily for games and gaming and streaming of games, so in that light it really makes sense for Nvidia to go with a resolution for which it's easier to maintain higher frame rates in games. And one last thing I'll mention about the hardware is the inclusion of the stylus. Nvidia opted for a pretty basic metal with a rubber tip stylus, and I think for most people it's not really something that they're looking for in a tablet. Personally, I don't use a stylus, but on the other hand, for those folks that do, it's a nice inclusion, and it means that they might not need to go out and buy a third-party stylus. The software on the Shield is almost stock Android, and right now it's version 4.4.2, which is granted a bit behind the times. However, given some of the tweaks that Nvidia did to the OS, specifically to add the gaming features, I think it's understandable. And as long as they keep up with the updates within reasonable time frames, I don't really have a problem with that. And other than that, Android itself is pretty much what you'd expect. The performance is excellent, I experienced no lag or stutter, and while I did have a couple of crashes, it really wasn't more frequent than any other tablet or smartphone I owned, and that includes the iPad. So let's talk about the most unique feature of the Shield, game streaming. The first thing to note here is that this is a feature that only works for computers with Nvidia graphics cards, specifically the 600 series and above, which is unfortunate for anybody using AMD cards, as they can't take advantage of this. And to be honest, I really wish Nvidia would have figured out a way to do this in a more universal way. As is, because I have the GTX 690, I was able to take advantage of this, and I streamed a few games, and I was really very pleasantly surprised with how the whole process worked. It was very smooth. Setting it up was very easy. Basically, you just launch the Shield Hub app, and as long as the tablet is on the same network as the computer, it will detect any supported games, and then you just select the game you want to play and tap it and it plays. What's even better, I was able to stream games to the TV by simply connecting the Shield to the TV with an HDMI cable, and I was able to enjoy them on a big screen with a controller. Now, I'm not much of a console gamer, but there are some games that really do work better with a controller, and it's great to have an option for a console-like experience without needing to actually go and buy a console. And like I said, the best part of this was really the smoothness of the whole process. There was very little need to fiddle with settings or anything like that. Pretty much just works out of the box. The only snag I had with this was trying to play Civilization 5 on the tablet. It allowed me to run it, but the game itself doesn't support a controller. So basically the controller just ends up moving the mouse cursor on the screen and all you can do is click. While it's possible to play this way, at least in the case of Civ 5, it wasn't really an enjoyable experience. Overall, I think Nvidia nailed it with this tablet. First and foremost, it's just an excellent tablet, and if you're in the market for a compact Android tablet, your only viable alternative is the Nexus 7, and that's a year-old hardware. And of course, on top of that, there are the game streaming features, and obviously that's not for everybody, but personally I found it a great value add for the Shield. So that's that for my review of the Nvidia Shield Tablet. Thank you for watching, guys, and if you enjoyed it, make sure to click that thumbs up button, and do let me know in the comments, what do you think about the Shield? Do you think the game streaming is something that adds value to the tablet, or is it just an unnecessary feature? In any case, thanks again, and I'll catch you next time.